Hey again. So on this one I'm going to go through what you might want to wear, or what I wore, at every single stage of your audition, the different things that people were wearing and how you can adapt your outfit for the different rounds. I think it's something everyone wants to feel comfortable in what they wear, don't they? And if the school hasn't given you any instructions, then it can be a bit like, oh my gosh, what am I going to wear? So firstly, I'd say, yeah, if they've given you some instructions, if they've said on their website, I know a lot more of the dance colleges, like definitely my Erdang, like they gave me strict instructions on what I was to wear for the dance call. So if they give you strict instructions, definitely follow it. If they don't give you strict instructions, so for the dance call, if it's just a jazz type movement call, you want to wear a leotard, unless they specify black, like you can wear colours, and black footless tights over your leotard. That's just how everyone seems to wear it. And then jazz shoes or bare feet or foot thongs. I don't think anywhere I went had a real preference on shoes. It was mainly like what you're going to be most comfortable in. So whatever you normally dance in, whatever you feel like you can turn best in or whatever, I just say wear those shoes. So for most of my auditions, I either wore a black leotard or I wore this one, which is, you know, just a nice turquoisey colour. Just one that you know you're really comfortable in, you know that you can dance really well in. I mean, I didn't at my Erdang because they specified exactly what they wanted you to wear, but I don't think at any of my auditions they said what they wanted you to wear, so I always wore a leotard, black footless tights over my leotard, and then I also wore these little pineapple shorts, just because most often if they gave you a name label, it doesn't stick to a leotard because it's that weird lycra fabric. So I always had these shorts on so that I could stick my name label to my shorts. Also, it's kind of good if you've got something that they can point you out on. Obviously, especially in a dance call, even if you've got a number on or a name badge on, they're not going to be able to see it all the time. So if they can point you out as, oh, the girl in the blue leotard or the girl in the pineapple shorts, I think that's good if they can identify you in a different way. And for your hair, I'd just say if it's ballet or you've got really long hair like me, sometimes I put it in a bun. Most of the time though, I just put it in like a slick ponytail that was off my face and I could dance knowing that my hair wasn't all over the place like it is right now. Sorted that out. I think that's it for the dance. So, oh yeah, guys, dance unitard. Some guys wore like leggings or joggers or sorry, I keep forgetting about guys. Yeah, unitard, hair away from your face, same shoes, everything. Then for your singing audition, I know that just MTs generally dress up for singing assessments and things. So what do you want to wear? I'll do you a little show and tell. This was my first audition dress. I had two this year. I can't actually find the other one, so I haven't got that one to show you. But this is my first one. It's just, you know, quite simple. I'd say something quite plain. If it's really patterned, it might just be a bit distracting. You don't want anything that's going to distract from you. My other dress was pretty similar to this one. It was just dark red. You want it smart, casual, something that you feel really comfortable in, something that's not going to restrict your breathing, something that you feel really good in, like a colour that you think's good for you. Also, some places say, I think it's GSA that say, don't wear ill-fitting clothing. That is basically them saying we want to see your body shape, which isn't the nicest of things, but I suppose there's no hiding. Like if you're wearing a leotard in the dance call, they've basically seen your body shape anyway. So just don't wear something that's so baggy that they're just sort of like, we can't really see the build of this person. I always wore that, my smart casual dress, with like black tights, and then shoes wise, I wore these, which are just, you know, simple Chelsea boots with a slight heel. GSA said in my pre-audition course that it's nice if you've got a slight heel, but they said make sure that it allows you to stand naturally. The first year I went in and I had boots similar to these but with a greater heel, and I just didn't feel comfortable, like I couldn't stand properly and I felt too tall, like I don't really like heels anyway. So just make sure that they're shoes that you feel really comfortable in and that you can walk in. Don't fall over. But yeah, for singing it's nice to dress up a bit. Things other people wore, girls were wearing dresses or nice smart trousers and a nice top. a nice skirt and a nice top. A lot of girls wore these shoes, to be honest, just because they're quite a good go-to, because they're not heels, but they're not flats, if that makes sense. Guys were wearing, you know, nice trousers, nice shirt, maybe even jeans, but like smart jeans. It's just like smart casual. You want to look presentable and you want to look nice for your singing call. I would always take my hair down because I feel like they've seen it up in the dance call. I always had it in a pony for the dance call, so I would always take my hair down then, so they've seen like what I look like both versions, because obviously they're thinking about you in a casting way as well still. Sometimes there's not a lot of time between your calls, so you might come straight out of your dance call and then you need to be getting changed, and if you can just slip your dress over the top. A lot of the time I didn't need to do anything. I had my black footless tights on, had my leotard on, I would just put my dress on and put my boots on and I was done. And you know that you can do that in like 30 seconds, because sometimes they don't give you a lot of time to get changed. So maybe just think about that, think about something that's going to be the easiest way for you to do it. Also say at all of your auditions, go in your dance wear to start off with. Most of them will do the dance call first, and it will just save you time getting changed. I mean, I know at my arts ed, literally, there's about 60 of you, and they put you all in this tiny little changing room to get changed, and it will stress you out a bit if you're not prepared and you're not wearing what you need to be wearing. If you're wearing your dance stuff, you can easily put your dress on over the top, and if you're in your singing stuff, you can just take your dress off and you've got your dance stuff on underneath. It's just a nice little trick that saves you stress and saves you time. So I would suggest that. Guys, you could pull your trousers and your shirt on over the top of your unitard or whatever. And then for your acting, it always depends how much time they're going to give you. Sometimes they won't give you enough time to change, sometimes they will. If they don't, sometimes I did my acting, most of the time I did it in my singing outfit, but a lot of the time I like to dress more like my character for my monologue. If I did that, it would just be something comfy that reflects my character a bit. I would always arrive to my auditions with my dance stuff on, with like leggings and trainers on top, so as long as they were like, you know, they weren't like faded, like they were nice, smart, I'd just wear that sometimes. I'll go over like each individual school and how much time they gave you to get changed in the individual videos, so if you did want to know more about that and think, at this place, how am I going to do this? I'll go over that for you in those videos later on. If there's an acting workshop as part of the audition, I would always just wear like leggings. This was my saviour top. I think I've worn this in one of my videos already actually, but this is my audition top, and basically this, I would recommend getting something like this, which you can slip on over stuff but still looks nice, if you know what I mean. Because, so for example, at my Trinity audition, they didn't give you any time to get changed, and they said at the beginning, we're not bothered about what you're wearing, we don't care what you're wearing, we're not here to see what you're wearing, we're here to see you as a performer, which is great, but they didn't give you any time to get changed, so you went straight from the dance call into your singing call into your monologue, and most people then just did the whole day like in their leotard and tights. For me, I didn't feel comfortable like singing my song just stood there in my leotard and tights. So I was so glad that I had this top in my bag that I could just slip on over the top, but that still looked nice and like smart casual over my tights, and I had little shorts on, these little shorts on. That's something to think about, I'd say. So it's great to have something in your bag that you could just slip on that will look nice for all 3 rounds of the audition if you can. That would be one of my main tips. Other stuff to carry in your bag: carry an extra pair of tights in case they ladder, because that's always a nightmare and that just makes you look a bit scruffy if your tights have got ladders in. Carry a spare leotard just in case you get a hole in it or you've lost it or whatever. I would always just have an extra one in my bag. I mean, I'm proper paranoid and like I would carry this massive bag with me around at all my auditions, but you might need it. And yeah, this top, I'd say get a top that's a nice top that you can slip on over the top of your leotard if you don't have much time, and you can wear it for acting, you can wear it for singing, you can wear it in dance as your warm-up top even maybe. Oh, also if you get a recall, wear the same thing that you wore in your first round that you then wear in your recall. Some of them actually ask you to do that, but I would just recommend doing that anyway because they do remember you by what you're wearing. Like, it's just human nature that you think, oh yeah, that girl in the red dress. and if you come back into the audition room, you'll be singing the same song most likely, so it will just help them trigger their memory of what you did the first round, so they don't just base it on your recall, they'll base it on, you know, both times that they saw you. Last thing is makeup. Every school has a preference on makeup, how much they want you to wear. A lot of them are like, we want full face of makeup as if you're about to go on stage. Others would say, we don't want you wearing any makeup, we want you completely natural, we want to see the real you. Some would say, we're not bothered. I always wore some makeup just because I look quite young as well, so wearing a bit more makeup made me look a bit more mature, a bit older. Generally, they want to see the real you, but I will, like I said before, in the individual videos, I'll go over exactly how much makeup you should wear for that audition and generally how much they want you to wear. So I think I've gone through everything. If you have got any other questions about what to wear in your auditions, what colour lipstick should I wear for this one? Yeah, feel free to ask me. Please let me know if this has been helpful. It's always nice to hear from you. I hope you can find your dream dress, because I did panic about finding this dress, but I found it in the end, so it's all good.